Anybody ever do that? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like a space nerd, so I lay back and I was looking at the stars, and my friend and I were talking. I was probably your age, and we're like, hey, where are you going to college? Where are you going to college? Oh, I don't know. I'm going here. I'm going to Furman, or I'm going to USC, or I'm going to Clemson. And we were talking about all the possibilities of our futures and kind of all the dreams that we had. And I said, oh, I want to be a band director one day, and they go, oh, I want to go do this, whatever it was they wanted to do, and this is probably our junior or senior year of high school, I think. I can't remember what year. But I remember vividly laying on the hill, and I could feel the grass, and it was warm outside, I know, and just this full moon in the sky that was really inspiring. Like more beautiful than I've ever seen. And at that point in my life. And so when I wrote this piece, I had that memory of when I was in high school and was with my friend, and we were talking about our dreams of the future. I said, that would be a cool idea for a concert band piece. So that's the whole idea of this concert band piece, that whatever you dream is possible. And it was just in this perfect, beautiful scenario of at nighttime, and the sky and the moon was out. So I said, that would be a really, really neat title. Let's call it Moonlit Dreams. All right, Nathan, this is Kevin Abear right here, who's
Kevin.
director
Nice to
River
meet you.
Bluff, and of course, you know Aaron right here.
Hey, Aaron. I'm trying to match your beard game.
I don't know, man. You got a long way to go. I think. I don't know.
Hey, I've got some white going. You don't have that, so
Dude, you'd be surprised.
I like the beard game. It looks good.
Does
Definitely
look good
looks
on
good.
you. Awesome.
All right, this is our band. So, hey, band, say hi.
Hi, Dr. Daughtrey.
hey guys.
Okay.
So Dr. Daughtrey, real quick background. This is our entire band program as of right now that is working with us in person, 9 through 12.
Mhm.
This is the first rehearsal we've had as a full band since the Christmas concert of last year. So
Awesome.
a year and a half.
Be nice.
Yes. Yeah. And this is they are just having me conduct this for the first time because I don't see them in class. So, but they're really excited to play for you. I think it's gonna be great. Would you mind talking about the piece a little bit for us?
Yeah, sure. So I wrote this about 4 months after my daughter was born. And it's based on a little poem by an artist and writer named Brian Andreas. I don't know if this has been read to you or not, but it's very short. And it just says, "For a long time, there were only your footprints and laughter in our dreams. And even from such small things, we knew we could not wait to love you forever." So I started kind of conceiving of this really before she was even born, but then she was. So so that's what the little dedication at the top says for Penelope. That's Penelope. So real quick, I just wanted to introduce you to Penelope, who is almost 5. Come here. Who's almost 5. She'll be 5 on May 9th. But this is the little booger that the piece was written for. You say hi?
Hi.
You say it into the mic?
Hi.
There we go. So there you go. That's Penelope. So, I just wanted to write something that was pretty, and just kind of captured whatever being a new dad meant to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So these moments when you fade in here at the beginning in these first 8 bars, talking to the woodwinds, the clarinets and tenor sax, trumpets, horns. I have piano as a dynamic, but really what I'm looking for is like, pianissimo, of just really kind of turning that fader and bringing it down. Just really, just almost like a breath. Just.
Chris, this is right behind me. This is Kevin Abair.
Hello.
He's the director of bands here at River Bluff High School, and I'm the assistant band director. And Aaron, can you come say hi? And this is Aaron Rayleigh, who's also one of the assistant band directors here.
Awesome. Nice to meet you guys.
This is our band. Say hey, band. So this is the first time we've gotten together, probably since last Christmas, because of all the COVID. First time we've all been together here. We're in our auditorium stage. So everybody, just so you know, this is Mr. Bernotas, and he's the director of instrumental school methods and repertoire, basically band music.
Before we go on, would you talk just a little bit about this piece and like what it was written for, and does it depict anything? Tell us a little bit about the piece.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a commissioned piece from a school district here in New Jersey, the Northern Valley Regional School District, and they did a recruitment day every year where they invite the middle school up to the high school, and a lot of schools do this, and they kind of bring them up for the whole day, and they sit in with the band, they work on maybe a piece of music, they get to mentor with the older kids, and they have a pizza party. So they wanted to try to do something a little bit special of getting the kids together on that day. So this was for that special day when they came together. We had a brand new piece written just for them to be performed on that day for their families and friends. They did a little performance toward the end of the school day. And the title, Ride Through the Valley, it's Northern Valley Regional District. So the idea that I had was, it's a piece that kind of takes you through the years of high school. So it's kind of fast and it's exciting and it's energetic. The middle part kind of lends itself to some of those days in the high school where it's not always sunny and you have some challenges and you have some ups and downs. But at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, you really loved your high school years. So it's kind of a trip through high school. And unfortunately, because of page count, the score doesn't show it. But if I didn't have it with me handy, there's a section in the slow part, 71, the with anticipation section. In the score of the original orchestration, that's a 2-page layout, and the music actually makes a V. So I made a V for the valley in the music. So as that descending line goes, you can see it on the page, it makes a V. So that was kind of a little fun Easter egg for it. First of all, I am blown away with number one, the tempo. That's an awesome tempo. Really, really good tempo. And I don't know what to expect after not hearing live music for a long time, because we are heading up on about a year and it's just crazy. And this is really like my first time hearing a group actively working through a flex title. So there's a lot of information that I'm processing as I'm listening to it. And I guess the overall impression is it sounds great. It really sounds really good. So performance-wise, that really stayed together well. I could clearly hear articulations and I could hear you guys listening to each other, which is an odd thing to say, that I can hear you listening together, but you don't stay together rhythmically unless your ears are active listening for rhythm. And that's something that I always find when I'm working with a group, is thinking about how you listen for rhythm as much as you listen for pitch. We always focus on tuning, tone, quality of sound, really important. Those are all connecting your ears to what you're doing. But we don't always often connect listening to the rhythm vertically. How are things lining up with the rhythm? And a lot of that happens with how you're articulating, the accents or space with staccato notes, and listening to that difference between how you're approaching those notes. And it stayed together very, very well.
What kind of advice would you give somebody who's an aspiring composer in high school? What would you say that the main things are that they need to be thinking about doing right now?
Actually just doing it, like go for it. There's no age level where you can call yourself a writer or a composer. Just like writing words, writing stories. I'm sure that you guys right now write amazing, some of you, I probably did, write creative stories or lots of creative artwork. There's no age where your art becomes valid. So don't let your age be a barrier or anything else be a barrier. I think what you have to do is actually just start doing it. You are in a unique situation where you're surrounded by musicians. This doesn't happen for very long when you think about life, the time period of life. When I write now, it's not because I'm surrounded by musicians and I can hear them play it. Right now, you've got an audience. You've got each other. So write a flute solo, write a flute duet, write a trumpet and saxophone duet. Expand that. Maybe write a 4-measure something and actually try it, because there's nothing like actually having it heard, hearing your own work. So since you are immersed in live people and around musicians, start doing it and just go for it. You know, learn some basic ranges. Trumpets can play from this note to this note comfortably. Saxophones play this note to this note, and just experiment. You know, you can't teach creativity. I can teach technique. I can tell you what half notes, whole notes, quarter notes, accents, staccatos. This needs a forte, that needs an accent, blah, blah, blah. But I can't tell you how to write inspired. You have to just go for it and try it. This is great. It was really great to be able to get a snapshot of what's happening with your program. You guys sound fantastic. It's great to hear live music and to see you guys figuring this crazy world out. And thank you so much for having me here.
Well, thank you. Let's thank Mr. Bernotas. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to do this. This is really great. And thank you for writing a great piece for us, too.
Oh, you got it. No problem. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for being here.
You got it, Josh. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. See ya.